Welcome back mga idol. Pasensya na at medyo natagalan yung pag-upload natin nitong part 2 ng ating estimate. So sa part 1, we discuss about earthworks. Ngayon naman, dito sa part 2, ituturo ko naman sa inyo kung paano mag-estimate ng volume of concrete na under siya sa structural works. But before that, papakita ko muna sa inyo yung plano na bahay na ginagawa natin ng estimate. And review na rin natin yung mga sukat na kailangan natin para makapag-estimate. So, ito yung kabuuan plano na ginagawa natin ng estimate. So, let's start with architectural plan. So, ang bahay na ginagawa natin ng estimate ay may sukat na 8 meters wide by 10 meters long. At may roof deck itong 3 meters by 3.75 meters. Since concrete ang ating topic for today, so ito lang yung mga kailangan natin na plano. Una-una yung ating floor plan. So, makikita dito sa floor plan na mayroon tayong 2 bedrooms. Next, elevation. So, dito sa elevation, makikita natin yung kabuuang height ng bahay from NGL. Which is, kailangan natin ito para sa pag-compute ng volume of concrete para sa column. Based dito sa ating plano, may total height itong 3.27 meters from NGL to top ng roof beam. At from top of roof beam naman, to truss roof beam, may taas itong 1.5 meter. So, kung titignan natin dito sa front elevation or front sides at grid line A, ito yung makikita. So, ito yung front elevation natin. Sa right side view naman, ito yung magiging elevation. Dito naman sa part ng left side at grid line 1, ito yung makikita natin na elevation. At grid line din naman, ito yung makikita natin. So, ito yung sa likod na. So, rear elevation. Okay, dumako naman tayo sa structural plan, kung saan makikita ang mga important notes and detailed plan for every structural member tulad ng beam, column, footing na kailangan natin for estimate. Itong first 2 page na ito ay ang general notes. So, important ito. Lalong-lalo na pag tayo ay gumagawa ng estimate about concrete and rebars. Kaya wag natin itong i-skip. So, papiyawan muna natin. Since concrete ang ating pag-uusapan, ang unahin natin hanapin ay ang design mix or strength of concrete na kailangan natin. So, ito yung nakalagay. Ang column, beam, suspended slab, and footing ay nangangailangan ng 3,000 PSI or 20.7 megapascal na compressive strength. While wall footing and slab on grade, nasa 2,500 PSI or 17.24 megapascal lamang. Naka-indicate din dito yung size ng bato na ating gagamitin. So, meron tayong 3/4 for column, beam, and suspended slab. At G1 naman for footing and wall footing. Kasama na rin dyan yung slab on grade. But the question is, ano mixed proportion ba ang makakapagbigay ng 3,000 PSI at 2,500 PSI? Well, for that, pwede nyo balikan yung nauna nating video about concrete mixture. So, ilalagay ko dito sa description box yung link. Dumako naman tayo sa foundation plan and floor framing plan. So, dito sa foundation plan, makikita natin yung location ng footing, wall footing, at column. Tulad na lamang nito, at grid line A. So, meron tayong dalawang C1, isang C2 or column 2, dalawang footing 1, at isang footing 3. So, ganito magiging section elevation natin along grid line A. So, ang total height ng ating column mula sa ibabaw ng footing hanggang sa top ng roof beam ay 4.17 meters. Meron tayong dalawang klase ng column base sa schedule. So, meron tayong C1, C2, or C2A. So, yung C1 natin na may sukat na 0.25 by 0.25 base dito sa schedule ng column. So, kung bibilangin natin, nasa 11 sets siya. Ang C2 naman or C2A ay may sukat na 0.2 meter by 0.3 meter. So, dalawa lang ito. Dumako naman tayo sa wall footing detail. So, dito sa plan, ang sukat ng ating footing ay 0.4 meter ang lapad nito at ang kapal nito ay 0.2 meter. dumako naman tayo sa schedule ng footing. So, ito yung schedule ng footing natin. So, nakalagay dito na yung footing 1, may sukat itong 1 meter by 1 meter by 0.3 meter na thickness dito. While footing 2, meron itong sukat na 0.9 meter by 0.9 meter at may kapal itong 0.3 meter. At yung panghuli nating footing, ang footing 3, na may sukat itong 0.8 by 0.8 by 0.3. So, ito yan. Next. So, yung nakikita niyo dito sa screen, ito naman yung schedule ng ating mga beam. So, makikita niyo dito yung sukat at dami ng bakal na gagamitin. Since concrete lang ang ating topic for today, so, ang kailangan lang natin yung dimension. Yung width at yung depth. Okay, umpisa na natin. Let's compute the volume of concrete needed for every structural member. First, gumawa muna tayo ng checklist para wala tayong makaligtaan na gawa ng estimate for concrete. So, meron tayong footing, wall footing, column, pang-apat yung beams. So, under beams, meron tayong beam 1, truss roof beam, at truss roof beam 2. Next, suspended slab, slab on grade, concrete canopy, at yung panghuli yung stiffener column and beam. So, yung number 1 na nasa checklist natin ay ang footing. So, unahin na natin yung footing. So, to compute the volume of footing, just simply multiply length, width, at yung thickness nito. Sa previous video natin, yung part 1, we found out na meron tayong 6 sets of footing 1, 5 sets of footing 2, at 2 sets of footing 3. So, volume of footing 1, that is equal to length multiplied by width multiplied by thickness ito multiply by 6 sets, where L, that is equal to 1 meter, width 1 meter also, at yung thickness ito ay 0.3 meter. So, volume, that is equal to 1 multiply by 1 multiply by 0.3 multiply by 6 sets, that is equal to 1.8 cubic meter. Next, for footing 2 naman, meron tayong length na 0.9, width na 0.9, at thickness sa 0.3. So, volume of footing 2, that is equal to 0.9 multiply by 0.9 multiply by 0.3 multiply by 5 sets, that is equal to 1.215 cubic meter. At ang huli nating footing ay ang footing 3, na kung saan ang length nito ay may sukat na 0.8 meter, width na 0.8 meter, at yung thickness nito na 0.3. So, volume of footing 3, that is equal to 0.8 multiplied by 0.8 multiplied by 0.3 multiplied by 2 sets. That is equal to 0.384 cubic meter. So, to compute the total volume of footing, i-add lang natin yung footing 1, footing 2, at footing 3. So, total volume, that is equal to 1.8 plus 1.215 plus 0.384. That is equal to 3.399 cubic meters or simply 3.4 cubic meters. Okay, sunod natin yung pangalawa sa ating checklist, yung wall footing. So, we have 53.25 meters na total na haba ng ating footing. So, ipapakita ko lang kung paano ito nakuha. Along grid line A, ito yung gagawan natin ng section elevation. Ganito ang magiging itsura. So, meron tayong 3.5 plus 2.55 plus 1.225 meter. So, meron tayong kabuwang 7.275 meters at grid line A. Next, along grid line B naman. So, ito yung magiging section. So, meron tayong 3.5 meters. Sa grid line B prime naman, meron itong sukat na 2.55 meter base dito sa section elevation na ginawa natin. Next, along grid line C. So, may sukat itong 3.5 meter. So, ito yung section elevation. Next, along grid line C prime. So, ito yung maging section elevation natin at grid line C prime. So, ang total na haba naman nito ay 2.55 meter. Next, along grid line D. So, ito yung magiging section elevation natin at grade line D. So, yung footing natin or yung wall footing natin along grade line D, so 3.5 meters plus 3.75 meters, that is equal to 7.25 meters. Next, along grade line 1 naman. So, meron tayong wall footing na 3.125 plus 3.125 plus 2.75 meters. So, that is equal to 9 meters. Ganun din yung sukat along grade line 2. So, 9 meters din. Next, along grade line 3. So, meron tayong 0.79 plus 2.46 plus 3.525 plus 1.85 meter. That is equal to 6.625 meters. Okay, let's tabulate the value. So, grade line A, 7.725. Grade line B, 3.5. Grade line B prime, 2.55. Grade line C, 3.5 meter. And so on. So, the total length ng ating wall footing ay 53.25 meters. Okay, to compute the volume of wall footing 1, just simply multiply length with at thickness nito. So, the total length natin is equal to 53.25 with a 0.4 at thickness na 0.2. So, volume, that is equal to 53.25 multiplied by 0.4 multiplied by 0.2, that is equal to 4.26 cubic meters. Okay, dumako naman tayo sa column. So, volume ng ating column, that is equal to A multiplied by B multiplied by height multiplied by number of sets. Okay, alamin muna natin yung mga value nito. So, A, B, at yung height. At yung number of sets. So, meron tayong C1 na may sukat na 0.25 by 0.25 at 11 sets. C2 or C2A ay may sukat na 0.2 by 0.3 at 2 sets. For height naman or total height ng ating column mula sa ibabaw ng footing hanggang sa top ng roof beam. So, ito yung mga ating elevation. So, from natural grade line to top of roof beam, may height itong 3.27 meters. From NGL naman to top ng footing ay nasa 0.9 meters with a total of 4.17 meters. Okay, volume ng C1 that is equal to 0.25 multiplied by 0.25 multiplied by 4.17 multiplied by 11 sets. That is equal to 2.87 cubic meters. Para naman sa volume ng C2 or C2A, that is equal to 0.2 multiplied by 0.3 multiplied by 4.17 multiplied by 2 sets. That is equal to 0.5 cubic meters. Okay, hindi pa tayo tapos sa column. So, meron tayong tatlong column na nag-extend from top of roof beam to truss beam. So, may height itong 1.5 meter. So, ito yun, along grade line 2. So, volume ng C1, that is equal to 0.25 multiplied by 0.25 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 3 sets. That is equal to 0.28 cubic meter. So, the total volume ng ating column, that is equal to 2.87 plus 0.5 plus 0.28. That is equal to 3.65 cubic meters. Okay, end muna natin dito sa column. So, itutuloy natin yung beam, canopy, suspended slab, slab on grade at stiffeners with cost estimate sa part 3 ng ating series.